How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. The following scary images are leaving people on edge. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button for more creepy content, just like this. This eerie photo was uploaded to Reddit in March 2021 by user Phoenix783. They claim it's a still frame captured by their security system that faces the street outside their house. In it, we can see two diverging lanes with some houses in the background. On one of the lanes, you can see a figure standing bolt upright with its hands out wide in an eerie stance. When the image hit Reddit, it caused quite a stir, with over 100 people commenting and offering their theories. Quite a few people immediately thought it was just a mannequin, which is easy to understand. If you zoom in, the figure has no discernible features, very similar to a mannequin. But the question is, how did it get there? The uploader said that the camera only takes shots when it detects movement, so someone placing a mannequin in the laneway would have surely have been captured doing so on camera. So if it's not a mannequin, then what is it? Many other viewers claimed it had to be a Photoshop job. However, if you put a luminance gradient filter over the top of the image, you can clearly see that the figure is definitely there. It has depth and texture, and the light source matches its surroundings. Of course, there are a number of comments suggesting that the figure had to be paranormal in nature. Some even compared the image to the Fresno Nightcrawler, an elusive cryptid that's only been spotted a handful of times. Whatever way you look at it, it's definitely a creepy image, and until further information comes to hand, it will have to remain a complete mystery. Hey gang, some of you may not realise we have an awesome range of macabre and creepy hoodies and tees. We work closely with indie horror artists to create some really unique and original pieces. Our collection is constantly evolving, so check out our full range in our store. There's a link in the description box, or suss the merch shelf just below the player there. This next photo started doing the social media rounds in late March 2021. It was picked up by a number of national news outlets in Australia and the rest of the world, and it's been giving viewers the chills ever since. Grandmother Tory McKenzie set up a motion-activated security camera at her son's house after her granddaughter Amber began complaining that an unwanted visitor kept appearing in her room late at night. Several days after the camera was set up, Tory received a notification on her phone that the camera had detected motion in her granddaughter's room. When she checked the photo, she couldn't believe what she saw. In the black and white image, we can see Amber's bedroom. Right in the center of frame is a bone-chilling figure. It has a strange hunch and awkward stance. Tory described it as a creature with a horn on its head and long claws. In the days that followed, Tory tried to rid the house of what she believes to be an evil presence. She claims that when she began burning special oils to cleanse the house, the curtains and cabinets flung open on their own, and music began to play by itself. When the image was initially shared to a paranormal group on Facebook, viewers were stunned at what had been captured, quickly offering advice. Many suggested that they should move out of the house right away, or contact a priest to confront the entity. Others thought the image was too good to be true, claiming it had to have been faked in some way, whether that be Photoshop or staged in person. Tory responded to the doubters saying she would have no idea how to digitally manipulate an image like that, and that she just wants to keep her family safe and would never pull a stunt like this. The family claims that strange orbs have been seen in the bedroom, but it wasn't until this freaky figure appeared that they took real action. Amber has since been removed and now sleeps in her dad's room. The family were told to burn nettle salt and Palo Santo or holy wood, an ingredient that's been used traditionally to clear out negative energy. Tory claims that every time they tried lighting the wood, it would mysteriously blow out, over and over again. It's at this point music would play for 5 seconds, then stop. This would repeat every time they tried lighting the wood. Ultimately, there's been no satisfying explanation for what's going on in this house. With all things considered, it's easy to see why many viewers believe the house is infested with a demonic presence. One of our viewers, Jim from Roleystone in Perth, Western Australia, sent us this eerie photo. It was taken in a prison that is said to be so haunted that some people refuse to set foot in it. The Fremantle Prison in Western Australia is a former maximum security jail that was built in the 19th century by convict labour. In the late 1880s, the prison population grew significantly, blending a volatile mix of inmates who had only committed some petty violations with other prisoners who were known to be violent. The commingling of inmates led to management implementing a heavy-handed disciplinary system, making it one of Australia's most notorious punishment prisons. Prisoners were subjected to floggings, time in irons, and inhumane solitary confinement, some of which lasted for years. 44 men and women have been executed at the gallows in Fremantle Prison. In 1988, inmates started a riot when they were left outside to burn in 40-degree heat, which is over 100 in Fahrenheit. The incident drew public outcry, which ultimately led to the prison being shut down in 1991 for breaches to human rights. The prison is now open for ghost tours that are not for the faint-hearted. Our viewer Jim was touring the facility when he took this photo inside the room home to the gallows that took the lives of 44 inmates. Jim says that there was no one along the back wall when he took the photo, but there, clear as day, is the shadowy outline of a man staring back at the group. If you zoom in, you can make out 2 piercing red eyes and not much else, just deep black nothing. Jim claims he's not manipulated the image in any way, nor would he know how. If we apply a noise analysis filter over the top of the image, we can see that it appears that it hasn't been digitally altered in any way. Further still, if you apply another luminance filter, you can see the shadowy figure is there, but the light is interacting quite strangely with the object. It looks concave, as though the light of the room is passing through the object and not bouncing off it. Famed British medium David Wells travelled all the way from the UK just to visit Fremantle Prison. He took a tour of the jail and tried to hone in on any presences. While in the gallows, the very same room Jim took his photograph in, Wells said he could hear a strange metallic noise, almost like a set of keys rattling. While in an isolation cell that once housed sexual offenders, one of the members of the group felt an energy pull her towards a bed in the corner of the room. Others claim they felt hot, like a cloud of steam had condensed in the cell. Given all the agony, torture, and death that's occurred inside the prison, is it possible a dark energy has been left behind? Could the spirits of abused inmates be left lingering in the dark halls of this old building? According to Jim's photo, it would seem so. This unsuspecting photo was sent to us by Javier M. It was allegedly taken by a doctor at the National Hospital of Chimaltenango in Guatemala. In the photo, you can see a long hallway with people in the distance. In the foreground is a woman with her head in her hands, sitting cross-legged on the floor. Judging by her posture, she looks as though she's been crying. Now, at first glance, you might think this is simply a sad image of someone upset at a hospital. However, when you look opposite to the lady on the floor, the image takes on a whole new level of creepy. On the tiling on the left-hand side, you can see the reflection of someone that isn't in the photo. The figure is dark, slightly hunched, and looks to be wearing a cloak or gown of some kind. According to reports, the hallway leads to the emergency ward. Doctors and nurses often say you can hear disembodied footsteps and whispers along the corridor late at night. When the photo was first uploaded in late 2018, it spread like wildfire. It's often shared to social media and paranormal forums with the single phrase, notice anything weird in the picture. Many theories have been thrown around to help explain the image. Some commenters say it's nothing more than double exposure, a glitch, or it's been manipulated. However, given the doctors' and nurses' testimony, many think the photo legitimately shows a spirit, perhaps someone that died in the emergency ward that's just meters away. But as always, I'll throw this one out to you. What do you think this eerie photo shows? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Croatian local Ivan Rubil was waiting at a bus stop in Zagreb when he spotted something strange. Rubil reached for his camera when he spotted two nuns that looked like bus conductors waiting in line for the next bus. He posted the photo to Facebook thinking it was amusing. That's when a friend pointed out the strange woman in the brown coat, saying, "There's a ghost in your photo." If you take a look at the woman in the coat, she appears to have transparent legs. You can see the white line that's directly in front of her. Rubil's post caught on, getting more than 100,000 views and a ton of comments, all speculating about what was going on in the photo. Some commenters thought it had to be a glitch in the camera, and Rubil would love to agree, but he said he's tried to replicate the effect many times with no luck. This has led to him believing that he's caught something supernatural on film. Rubil runs a walking tour through the old medieval districts of Zagreb and says there's plenty of eerie history and ghost stories that linger in the old streets. Some viewers think Rubil has photoshopped the image to drum up a bit of interest in the town and his walking tours. So it remains to be seen whether this image shows anything paranormal or whether it's a glitch or even some cheeky marketing. So let me know what you think's going on in this photo in the comments section below. Before we take a look at a chilling photo taken in Galveston, Texas, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. This next eerie photo was captured by one of our viewers, Vitto Massaro. He was browsing a store and taking photos for his wife, who was at home at the time. He uploaded the photos to the cloud and didn't think anything of them until some years later when he decided to review them. That's when he noticed something strange. If you look to the right-hand side of the image, there's an eerie woman in the mirror's reflection. She's grey and almost translucent and is staring right at the camera. Her clothes look to be from a different time and she doesn't match the surroundings at all. The image was taken in Galveston, Texas, which is reported to be one of America's most haunted cities. In 1900, an enormous hurricane hit the greater Galveston area. It ripped through the city with 145-mile-per-hour winds, which is around 230 kilometers, smashing homes and businesses. It's estimated that 7,000 buildings were destroyed in the storm, leaving around 10,000 people homeless. A further 6,000 to 12,000 people died tragically in the hurricane. At the time, it was the deadliest natural disaster in US history. It's this enormous loss of life that has led many to believe that Galveston is heavily haunted. Some say that if you're downtown in the middle of the night, you can hear screaming and pleas for help, but there's no one ever there. Other campfire legends say you can see the victims of the storm staring back at you from reflections in glass or mirrors throughout the city. It's these stories that make Massaro's photo all the more chilling. So could this really be a woman who lost her life in the Great Storm of 1900? If you want to see some more freaky photos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, this creepy playlist here will keep you entertained for hours and hours. Leave us a comment down below which one of these photos you thought was the weirdest or scariest. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.